You're welcome. I think...
No, I mean for the support group for getting me.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, no. It's more than that. I mean, for the first time, I feel like I'm gonna live, Nicholas.
You will.
For years and years.
A lifetime.
Because of you. You listened when I was terrified and hopeless. You never ever said that I was wrong or stupid. You always told me that I was strong and capable. You knew I had it in me to fight, didn't you? And to survive. You gave me everything I needed.
Hope I always will.
Hey.
Emily, I didn't know you were here.
Oh, yeah, I came by to see Nicholas. He's just taking me home now. He has gone up to get his keys.
Then we have a minute to chat.
About what?
The truth. Which I know is really hard to believe coming from me. It's just that I'm so worried about Nicholas.
Why?
He won't face reality. I don't know how well you understand high finance, but the family is on the verge of total collapse. Stefan knows how bad it's gotten, but Nicholas refuses to face it.
Well, Nicholas is an intelligent man. I'm sure he's aware of the crisis.
And I'm sure he thinks that he will manage to turn it all around in time, but there isn't any time. If something isn't done now, the Cassadines will slide into bankruptcy.
Why are you telling me this?
Because you and Nicholas have been defying Stefan, not listening to him. And Stefan's just been trying to prevent this collapse. Nicholas is in control of the family business now. It would be a terrible blow if it fell apart while he was responsible.
I'm still not sure how I play into this, Lydia.
You don't. I'm the solution to Nicholas's problems. If Nicholas and I get married, his family's future is secured.
How does that work?
According to the terms of my grandfather's will, if Nicholas and I marry and stay married, my grandfather's fortune will be divided between us. We would have billions of dollars at our disposal, provided we have a child within the first 5 years. But I don't foresee that as being a problem. The only obstacle is you. If Nicholas marries me, his family's fortune will be secure.
Uh-huh. If you were really that worried about Nicholas, you would just lend him the money.
I don't have it to lend. If we don't get married, virtually all the money goes to charitable causes.
That might be the best use for it.
Emily, this is serious.
Uh-huh. For you, maybe. But I don't think Nicholas would ever marry for money, no matter how badly the Cassadines need it.
This isn't some schoolgirl game. We're talking about billions of dollars.
Which Nicholas is completely aware of.
You know, it would be bad manners to break an engagement. Nicholas would sooner bankrupt his own family than break a promise to you.
If that's Nicholas's decision, I'll support it.
And then you'll be the one he threw it all away for. How do you think Nicholas will feel about you when he's selling off assets and consolidating debts?
Nice try, Lydia, but I don't buy it for a second.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go. Thanks for bringing me back to the house, but you know, you really didn't have to.
I wanted to.
I've already taken up so much of your time. You must have better things to do.
Like solving the Cassadine financial problems. I'm sure that was the subject of your heart-to-heart with Lydia. She happened to mention she's the answer to all my problems.
She made the situation sound pretty bad.
I'll work it out.
But if you can't...
I don't want you to worry about that, okay? Nothing's more important than your recovery right now, and I'm going to be with you to help you through it.
Even if it forces the Cassadines into bankruptcy?
You sound like my uncle.
Ouch.
If you start saying that marrying Lydia is the best solution to solving the Cassadine business problems, I'll have to check you for brainwashing.
Okay, look, you can tease me all you want, but I know how important it is to you to do what your family needs.
I'll find a way that doesn't include a wedding to Lydia. When I I get married, it'll be for love, not money. I'm gonna go. As long as you're ready to propose marriage, why not do it to my face instead of using Emily as a go-between?
I shouldn't waste any time.
I mean, what
telling you.
happened to the let's be friends, we have so much in common approach? What happened to that?
It was taking too long. Nicholas, your family's on the verge of financial ruin.
And the only possible solution is marrying you?
It would strictly be a financial transaction. I explained that to Emily. It has nothing to do with love.
Oh, and you expected her to understand that, is that?
Well, no, actually, she righteously proclaimed that she believed that you could solve any crisis that came your way. Oh, you should have seen the fire in her eyes. That girl loves you, Nicholas. And you're welcome to have her.
Well, if I marry you, then
I told
can't.
you, it's strictly business. I'm making you the offer of a lifetime here. Marry me and continue loving Emily.
I just kissed Nicholas for the second time in my life, not counting pecks on the cheek and brotherly embraces. It was almost the perfect opposite of that first time in the park when I was desperate and embarrassed and threw myself at him. I was happy tonight. For the first time in months, I felt alive. And I realized I can go on feeling that way. I can beat the cancer. I can live for years and years. Nicholas made me see it. He got me to the support group, and afterward on the bluff he was standing there smiling, and I kissed him for the last time. Now that I know I'm going to live, I can finally tell Xander everything.
That was my great-grandmother Katya's engagement ring. It hasn't been worn since the Cassidines lived in Russia. I can't imagine Emily Quartermain would feel comfortable wearing such a distinctive stone.
It's not your decision, is it?
I suppose not. But you must admit, it would suit Lydia's hand perfectly.
Did I hear someone take my name in vain?
My uncle's starting another lecture on how I should marry you for the good of the Cassidines. And you're welcome to join in, but you'd just be wasting your time.
Are you sure, Nicholas? I can be awfully persuasive.
There's nothing either of you can say or do that will convince me to break my commitment to Emily.
Hey.
Hey, Jace, I'm glad you got my message. Where have you been?
Just so much going on. I'm actually supposed to be in Puerto Rico, but I stayed to look for Carly.
I'm sorry. I know you have so much going on right now. Let's see.
What's going on with you? I mean, every time I see you, you look sadder. It's like you're trying to hide something. Somebody hurting you?
No.
Look, I can't make you tell me, but you know I want to help.
Jace. Oh. I've got breast cancer. I've already had a lumpectomy, and they started chemo, but so far only a few people know. I've been keeping it a secret from everyone, especially Xander. Which I know is crazy, but I couldn't help thinking that I was gonna die, and why make anyone sad before they had to be? But now, Chase, I'm starting to believe that I can fight this, okay? And I can live. And the first step is telling people, so I started with you. Which I know probably isn't fair, but considering everything you're going through right now with Carly's disappearance...
Whatever you need. I'll do.
You're doing it. Thanks.
Without Lydia's inheritance, the Cassadine finances will collapse. Your first duty is to your heritage, to your family.
My first duty is to Emily. If the Cassadine fortune is lost because I keep my promise to her, then so be it. If I have to actually go out and find a job and earn a living, I'll survive. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe the Cassadine legacy of pain and tragedy will finally collapse without the money to hold it up.
How do you think you will feel living off Emily's trust fund?
I won't.
Thanking the Quartermains for any crumbs tossed your way.
I won't take charity. You know that.
Pride is expensive, Nicholas. The only way you can afford yours is by marrying Lydia.
I made my choice. The subject is closed.
Nicholas, he forced me to go to a support group and listen. You know, Jay's like, really, just listen to other women who are fighting cancer and who are beating it. And slowly, I started to realize, you know, that I could be one of them, that I could live.
Then I owe a lot to Nicholas for helping you when you couldn't come to me.
I couldn't exactly push Xander away by claiming to fall in love with my brother. Nicholas was really the only one who could do what I needed.
I'm just glad you weren't alone.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I thought I was protecting Xander, but mostly I was hiding, you know. I still want to. I know, it's not fair to keep the secret any longer. It's not only hurting Xander and me. It's wrecking something really important for Nicholas. I have to tell Xander the truth, don't I?
It sounds like you made up your mind.
I still want to hear what you think.
Just do what feels right. Whatever's gonna get you through this.
Hey, I have something for you. Okay, it's a strange day for it, but nothing in our engagement has been that routine, so...
Nicholas, I need to say
It's
something.
been in a vault for decades, and I give you my word, Helena never touched it. Okay, it belonged to my great-grandmother, Katya, and she was supposed to be somewhat normal, so...
I think I would have liked wearing it. But you need to give that to Lydia. And I need to tell Sandra the truth. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm officially setting you free.
Sure, this is what you want? Because you know, I meant what I said. I'll follow through with the engagement. I'll marry you.
I can't let you bankrupt your family, Nicholas.
Emily, I'll either save Cassadine Industries or I won't, you know, but I'm not going to turn my back on you to marry a fortune. I'm not going to do that.
Look, if we really were in love, and you married me, and the Cassadine businesses collapsed as a result, you'd always blame yourself. You'd beat yourself up for letting your family down. I know you,
No.
Nicholas. It's the way you think. Duty first.
No, that's not what
I
this is
admire that
about.
about you. It's part of what makes you such a strong person. And I need to be strong too. Strong enough to do the thing that scares me the most. And tell the man I love that I'm sick. That's the real reason I can't marry you. I love Xander. And I could never marry one man or stay engaged to him when I honestly love someone else.
Well, I hope he knows how incredibly fortunate he is.
Yeah, I've been acting like an idiot for months. I've been torturing myself and Xander and taking advantage of you.
No, you didn't take advantage of me. I was honored that you turned to me, Emily.
The thing is, I have to get out of this now, or I really will fall in love with you. Wouldn't that be a disaster?
Catastrophe. Be happy. Okay?
Okay.
It's all I ever wanted for you.
I know. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I told Xander everything.
How did he react?
He was wonderful. He totally understands.
I'm happy for you.
You know, this wouldn't be happening if you hadn't dragged me kicking and screaming to that breast cancer survivor.
I knew you'd be okay the second you started fighting him. And you will be. You'll live through this and have a long, full life.
Well, I know that now. Because you showed me. You saved my life, Nicholas. How do I ever repay you?
By being happy.
I know. And I want the same for you. But are you going to be happy with Lydia?
Lydia and I understand each other. We'll be carrying on the traditions that we were born into.
Sounds like prison.
Sure it does to you. But it works for me. And if I ever question the choice I made, I'll just think of you healthy and strong and that everything worked out for the best.
I love you, Nicholas.
I love you too.
Did you talk to Gia?
Yeah.
Is she all right?
She's okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nobility. That far, far better gesture you just made stomped all over my heart.
What happened?
You played the phony engagement with Emily just long enough for Xander to buy it. He opened up to the possibility of starting over with someone else. Just when that someone else really started to care, Emily came running back to her true love.
You and Xander?
Oh, please, don't look so shocked. You noticed the attraction before Xander and I even knew it was there. Turns out you were right. I do care about Xander. As more than a friend. Not that it matters. He's all about Emily.
Gia, I am so sorry. Yeah, I was just trying to help Emily deal with the breast cancer, and I didn't mean...
she made you lie for her. It must have crossed your mind that someone would get hurt.
Emily needed me. Okay, helping her was all that mattered. I wasn't thinking about you, or Xander, or even myself. If I had to do it all over again, I'd make the same choice. I would do anything to make sure Emily survives this. It doesn't matter who gets hurt, as long as she comes through it alive.
This is real for you, isn't it? Emily may have been play acting, but you're not. You're in love with her.
Emily?
Hey.
Hey, are you okay?
Yep, I will be in 1 second. Now you know the real reason I had to break off my engagement with Nicholas. He was in constant fear that I would throw up all over his jag.
Please, I happen to know Nicholas would buy you 10 Jags to throw up on if that's what you needed.
True.
So what really happened?
Short story. I realized that I had to tell Xander the truth, no matter how scared it made me.
And did you?
Yesterday. He was beyond wonderful. We love each other as much as ever, maybe even more.
Oh, I'm so
I know,
glad.
me too. You have no idea.
So what's the long story?
I was starting to like being engaged to Nicholas. It felt, secure. Until I realized that I was breaking Xander's heart and possibly trashing Nicholas's life.
I understand the Xander part, but you're gonna have to explain the Nicholas.
Okay, well, the Cassidines are running out of money. Helena spent it all. So Nicholas has to marry this creature, named Lydia Karenin to get an inheritance. It's completely twisted, it's wrong, but you know how Nicholas is. Nothing is more important to him than doing his duties. So I got out of the way and let him.
You love Xander, right?
Absolutely.
And Nicholas was just a friend who was helping you out.
Right.
So why do you sound so jealous of this Lydia creature? Here you go, Em. It's some lemon lime soda. It'll help settle your stomach, and it has no caffeine.
Uh-huh. And that's a factor because?
General health?
Warm and supportive or honest for your own good.
Okay, Rick and I, we want to have a baby.
Wow.
Go ahead, say what you're thinking.
Well, you know, last time you were pregnant, you didn't want anything to do with Rick. So what changed?
Everything. I gave Rick a second chance, and he more than justified my faith. He loves me, and he supports me, and when he talks about the future, I want it too.
Well, then, go for it. Yep. Yay! I am officially volunteering to throw your baby shower. Yes.
Really?
We can play all of those dumb games, and you can get a
jeez.
bunch of silly, frilly, hideous baby clothes that you'll have to secretly return.
Thanks. Em, I miss you. I'm sorry I've been such a hermit.
You're a newlywed. You have a legitimate excuse. Hey, you haven't even told me, how do you like your new house?
Oh, my house. Oh, it's beautiful. A little formal for my taste, but it's what Rick wanted.
There's no reason for you to pretend you have manners.
You talking to me?
I'm telling you, you don't have to wait for me. I'd prefer if you didn't.
I'm just waiting for my brother.
Nurse is waiting for you.
Perfect timing. I'd rather have a needle stuck in my arm than spend another minute with your brother's negativity.
I know what you're about to say. And it's all true. The woman is insufferable. The last thing I want to do is marry her, but it doesn't matter. My family needs this union to survive.
You're an idiot. What are you guys doing here?
Oh,
Did you get into another fight?
You're still keeping my secret?
Thought you wanted me to.
I did. Until I realized how unfair I was being. Especially to you.
Am I missing something?
I have breast cancer. That's why we're here. I'm having chemotherapy.
That's what you've been hiding all these months?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Em.
So am I. For handling it so badly. But I'm getting better at it as I go along.
Was there anything we could do?
Yeah, just keep being my friend. I might need that.
Count on it.
And try not to worry, Lucky. I'm gonna beat this.
Hey, we should get going. Yeah.
Oh, I love you too.
Now you know.
Yeah, I do. You fell in love with Emily for real. Emily was afraid that she was going to die a little bit at a time, like Paige did. She didn't want Xander to watch that happen, so her solution was asking me to pretend to be in love with her. I agreed.
Okay, I understand how that started as a setup, but it's gotten real to you now. Nicholas, I can see it. Does Emily know how much you love her?
Doesn't matter. Emily loves Xander. Xander loves her back. He's the one she needs.
Now, where does that leave you?
Where it always has, I guess. A friend, surrogate, big brother.
Only you'll be trapped into a marriage of convenience with a woman you don't like. Much less love. It just doesn't make any sense.
It does to me. Lydia's inheritance can save Cassadine Industries.
You'll be spending the rest of your life without love.
So? I'll never have the woman I love, Lucky. Which makes it easier to settle for the one I'm marrying. I started reading this to Emily after the chemo. It distracts her, sort of lulls her to sleep, so...
Yeah, thanks, man.
Nicholas, is that you?
I didn't want to bother you, so I just...
No way. Come in.
I brought her book.
Oh, good. Read to me. One paragraph and I'll be fast asleep.
I'm thrilled to know just how completely I bore you.
It's a gift. Read.
Okay. In the cool, clear light of the early morning, they set out for a ride. And the sky was still dark in the west. The fields and woods were shadowed and mysterious. The only sounds were the calling of the birds and the muffled clatter of the horses' hooves. They came to the gate, leading out of the downs, and he turned, daring her with a smile. She questioned him, amazed by how quickly he'd recovered from his injuries. He smiled and told her his secret. His strength is the light he sees in Abigail's eyes. More than my wife, she is my home. She is my soul. Through her love, I am redeemed.
Never heard of that book.
Yeah, years ago I was injured and couldn't talk, and Emily read it to me while I was healing.
And that helped?
Yeah. Does the same for her now, I guess.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Well, she's asleep, so I'm gonna go ahead and go.
There's something I want to talk to you about. It's about you.
The part of Lydia Karanen will be played by J. Robin Miller.
When Emily got sick, you know, there was nobody that she felt she could go to, nobody she could talk to.
I told her you'd want to help if you knew.
But she went to you.
Xander, we're old friends. We've been through this already.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that she didn't go to me. It was good that you were there.
Well, everyone has their own way of coping. And Emily had to figure out a way to deal with everything without pressure or expectations.
That support group sure seemed to help.
It's a turning point.
Well, she wouldn't have gone if you hadn't convinced her to go.
I'd do anything for Emily. All that matters is that she lives through this.
You went above and beyond, and I just had to say, thank you.
It's not necessary.
Must really love Emily.
I value her.
She was loyal, didn't she?
Absolutely. She never stopped loving you.
I just want to help her, you know. Sometimes I don't know what to do.
Stay with her. That's what she really wanted all along.
I'm not going anywhere.
Good. We're on chapter 12, but she really loves page 243. So if you ever get lost, you can just start back there.
All right.
Nicholas.
Everyone in this room has had to struggle with breast cancer. This is a safe place for us to express our feelings about our treatment, our hair loss, pain, relationships with the men in our lives, anything and everything you want to discuss. There's a healing power in expressing those thoughts. So, let's get started. Who would like to speak first today? Emily?
I'd like to tell my story. After my mother died of breast cancer, I started doing monthly self-examinations. When I discovered the lump, I remember feeling a sense of inevitability, almost like I knew it was going to happen. The fear didn't come until later. I was convinced that I was going to go through everything my mother did, no matter what treatment I chose. I should have gone to an oncologist right away and studied all of my options, but instead, I decided to try an experimental therapy that had absolutely no track record. I was thinking that it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna die anyway. At least this way I won't lose my hair. Finally, my adoptive mother convinced me to go to an oncologist and follow the protocol. But even then, I didn't think I was going to survive. I shut out my friends, most of my family, and even the man I love, because I didn't want to burden them. I was so sure that the cancer would keep spreading, that the doctors would keep cutting out parts of my body, that I'd get sicker and sicker until I looked 90 years old and finally I'd die. But someone got through to me. He wouldn't let me give up. He's the one who forced me to come to this group and literally saved my life.
Thanks for telling your story, Emily.
Thank you.
Yeah, that guy that helped you out sounds wonderful. You're lucky to have someone like him in your life.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Hey.
Hi.
How long have you been standing here?
Just a few minutes. How did the meeting go?
Oh, it was good. I got up and told my story. It was a little scary at first, but it felt so good to get it all out.
I guess so. That's great.
Thanks. I told them all about the guy who dragged me kicking and screaming to the support group, how pushy he was.
I'll take that as a compliment.
And how much I owe him.
You don't owe me anything. You're the one that found the courage to fight Emily.
I'd given up, Nicholas, until you made me remember all the reasons I had to keep going. We'd have conversations that would last forever, huh?
Yeah.
One minute I'd be crying with you, and the next minute you'd be making me laugh. I asked you to be my best friend through all of this, and you went so far beyond that.
Loved every minute of it.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that thank you doesn't even begin to cover it.
No, it doesn't.
Hey, there you are. How you feeling?
Good. Thanks.
Well, looks like you have a whole support team here. So.
Actually, I'm here for a board meeting and I'm running late, so.
Well, I'll walk with you. Do you need a ride home or anything?
No, I got it covered.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Xander.
Hey.
Are you all right?
Well, I just got the latest results from your blood work.
Is something wrong?
Well, they're going to take you off chemo.
Okay. That's good, right?
She's getting better?
Not exactly. It's having a bad effect on you, Emily. It's actually breaking down your immune system. But if you do go off chemo, then
The cancer could spread.